We have the greatest military in the world, not even a contest. And think of it, they have no Navy, they have no Air Force, everything's been wiped out, they have no anti-aircraft equipment, they have no radar. I don't know how much longer they can survive.
I think they cannot survive any longer.
I don't know how much longer they can go because they've been hit very hard.
So the president with Maria Bartiromo. Maria is going to join us in about 10 minutes, much more.
All right.
An interview from the White House yesterday afternoon. Meanwhile, here we go. CENTCOM, Brad Cooper is the commander of CENTCOM, set out this statement, all right, about the blockade. It says the blockade of Iranian ports has been fully implemented as U.S. forces maintain maritime superiority in the Middle East.
This is the big breaking news right now that is happening. Yes.
Here's the key line. An estimated 90% of Iran's economy is fueled by international trade by the sea, and that's the whole purpose of this blockade. They want to starve the regime.
90%. Can you fathom it? 9090. It means the whole economy is by this.
Of economic benefit inside the country of Iran. Move that to Persian Gulf. We have 6 dots on the screen here. There are more ports for Iran, but these are 6 of the main ones. And these are the ones that are targeted. This one's up here near Basra, Iraq. This near Karg Island. This here at Bandar Abbas. And this one here on the Gulf of Oman, which is important too because that's where the U.S. Navy is saying they're waiting and watching. And that's where they will interdict any ship that goes in or out of an Iranian port, all right? Other vessels...
Yes, U.S. Navy ships are right here at the Gulf of Oman.
Can go into other Gulf nations. It's the Iranian ports that are important here, and those are marked here in red. Now, this is what the Iranians have been saying for some time. They told the international community, don't go in this area. And this area is marked by this box here. And the Iranians have said that they mined the area. They couldn't tell us where the mines were. They couldn't tell us how many mines were out there.
They are just saying they have mines in there. So the only way to go inside is from right here where the Iranian defense forces are planted.
The U.S. thinks that the Iranians may have been lying about this the entire time. So again, they sent these destroyers through this area off the east coast here of Oman to prove whether or not there are any mines out there. In the meantime, the Iranians want all these ships to pass along their islands closer to the Iranian territory so they can exact Chinese yuan and cryptocurrency, by the way.
Oh, crypto. They're using crypto.
Today, just about 2 hours ago, there was a Curacao flag ship that did cross. It went through the Iranian island. Let me clear this and go back one. But it was bound apparently for Basra, Iraq. So technically that would
So it went through right here and then went directly to this last one. All right.
Not be a violation of what the blockade is set up here. Okay, let me clear this and show you the assets in the area. They are
now, right now, day 3 of U.S. blockade of Iranian ports.
Substantial on the screen, big numbers.
Big numbers right here, big number C.
Right here, and we'll talk about that. The types of assets involved. You got the U.S. aircraft carriers. These are just beasts on the open ocean here. Amphibious assault ships. You've got destroyers in the area as well. Here's an F-15 that's just part of the strike force there. F-35s as well. The unmanned aircraft that we talked about.
Yes, this aircraft got no man inside it.
The drones, you got refueling aircraft that can stay up in the air 24 hours a day sometimes, and also the surveillance aircraft that can do something very similar. So the force is there, and they are packed and stacked in that part of the world. Retired Vice Admiral Robert Harward back with us, former Deputy Commander of U.S. CENTCOM.
Hello. Nice to have you right here.
Sir, nice to see you, and good morning to you. We have played our card with the blockade.
Very well.
What card do the Iranians have now, if any?
Well, Bill, we've played one card. We've got a lot more cards in the deck, and you got to go back to the negotiations. It started there. When the vice president gave him a deadline, they didn't make it. We walked out. So the pressure started there. Now implementing the blockade, economically choking them is additional blockade, pressure on them. So now they're looking, okay, can we get our surrogates more involved? As you've seen Hezbollah ramping up.
No way. No, you never get it. And this Hezbollah that you all have Iranians, that is never help you win the war.
Up and the Israelis responding to that. Can they talk to the Houthis and, hey, can you deal with the Bab al-Mandab? Hey, Hamas, can you do more in Gaza? So that's one option available to them.
Okay. Go back and you mentioned the vice president. Didn't mean to jump on there. I thought you were done here. Here he was last night in Athens, Georgia.
Okay, let's listen to the vice president.
Say that.
Right now, the ceasefire is holding. And what you're seeing is what the president wants to make, he doesn't want to make like a small deal. He wants to make the grand bargain. And what he's basically offering to Iran is very simple, and frankly, it's something that no president has, I think, has had the ability to offer. He said that if you're willing to act like a normal country, we are willing to treat you economically like a normal country. He doesn't want a small deal.
So, Admiral,
Yes, just a point is that act like a normal country and everything will be very, very fine.
maybe he can get that deal, but maybe he's dealing with
Maybe.
the individuals who make decisions in
maybe.
Iran to be more hard line
Yes, it is.
than those that have already been killed. What about that possibility?
Yes.
Well, I think the pressure is across the board, the political spectrum, the military leaders, the Ayatollahs, and the IRGC. So yes, they're putting pressure on all that. And who is in charge, which is
This is how many US military assets we have in the Middle East. We are fully ready for anything that can happen.
still not clear internally, much less externally. So I think the strategy is very sound, and we have additional tools in our kit to use against them. The Iranians are running out of options. So this is really moving in the right direction. I think ultimately, as the president started this all, it was all about the people of Iran. He said, hey, we're coming to your help. Help is on the way. And this plays out significantly on that part of the deal. The Iranian people go without power. They go without water. The pressure that creates on the regime will drop.
This is very big move we have right now. This is the moment we know that we are winning.
Drive them ultimately to the negotiating table, and if not that, a regime change.
Wall Street Journal editorial board. Iran's regime has tried to make this war all about economics. Now it's getting its wish. The economic damage to the regime is immediate, and the pain will grow the longer the blockade is sustained.
This is from the editorial board, Wall Street Journal opinion we have.
So we have additional tools here in that kit box, right? What would be number one on that list, Admiral?
Well, you can tighten this even more significantly. As you're seeing traffic, there's still boats and stuff in the near Abadan, near Bandar Abbas. Maybe you extend the blockade down to that most tactical level. There will be no ships allowed in the ports to stay or even come and go. So you can close this blockade even.
This is U.S. blockade shuts down Iranian sea trade.
And don't forget, we went ashore in Iran. We did a raid. Maybe you want to do a raid again somewhere in the country to illustrate to the people how vulnerable the IRGC is. So there's still a
IRGC is very vulnerable right now because they are not even going steps further. Nothing.
Of tools that if they need to increase the pressure and get the strategy implemented to bring them to the table to meet those end objectives, the president and his team have a lot of options on the table, and they're just going to continue to crank this up on the Iranian regime.
The raid you're referring to was the rescue of that pilot.
Yes. This is what it is, guys. This is what.
10 days ago, I think, now on the calendar. Robert Harward, you're terrific. Thanks for coming back, Vice Admiral.
Thank
Nice
you.
to see you.
Thank you, man. Thank you. This is what it is. Let me know your comments.